Kelly. My name is Kathy Wischusen. How are you today?
Good, I'm good.
Good. I'm a CTRS. I work here in the Therapeutic Recreation Department, and I just had a couple questions for you. Do you mind being interviewed right now?
No, it's fine.
Okay, great. Thank you. I read in your chart that you had a stroke fairly recently. Can you tell me about when that happened?
Yeah, it was, I think 2 weeks ago.
Okay. Okay, so it's been fairly recently then. I was just wondering, do you have any other medical issues besides the stroke?
Let me think. My doctor told me I had a little high cholesterol. That's all I can remember right now. I think he said to not have as much sugar as I had been recently. So.
Okay, so you're on a new diet?
Yeah.
Okay. Is this your first stroke?
Yeah.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, that's kind of scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
And how would you say that your strokes affected your physical abilities?
Well, I can't move my left arm at all, so yeah, that's great. I just feel kind of out of the loop, and I always need help doing things, the cooking and cleaning. I just need a lot of help getting around, and sometimes I forget things. I forget where I am, and people need to help me around.
Okay, so you've noticed some confusion.
Yeah.
Okay. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in just a few minutes here. I know you mentioned, you feel a little out of the loop. Would you say that this has affected you emotionally?
Yeah, sometimes I think I'm more irritable, and I get angry because of, I can't move my arm, and I feel that, people kind of get mad at me. Like, I was independent before, and now I just feel bad that others have to constantly be helping me remember where I am and what to do.
Okay. Okay. How motivated would you say you are towards the physical rehabilitation aspect?
I think I am motivated, but once, I start my therapy and stuff, it gets frustrating when I can't do something that I was able to before the stroke occurred. So, I'm motivated, but I feel like halfway through it gets really hard for me to stay motivated.
And let me tell you, that's pretty common. I hear that a lot.
Yeah.
So, in terms of your mood, have you noticed any fluctuations, especially since the stroke? And if so, in what ways?
Do you mean just like changes?
Mm-hmm. How has your mood changed? Do you notice very highs and very lows? Is it more consistent?
I feel, lately I bet it's been pretty low. Before the stroke happened, I think I was a pretty happy person. And right now I just don't know where I'm going to end up, or if things are going to get how they used to be. So I'd say kind of right now I'm at an all-time low.
Okay. Would you say that you're having feelings of hopelessness or?
Yeah, I have people around me helping me, and I'm thankful for that, but it's hard for me to express my feelings towards them, kind of. Sometimes I feel thankful, but I don't know, it's just hard for me to express towards them, because I'm still angry that this happened to me.
Okay. So there's a lot of emotions, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's normal. So if you had to identify one emotion that is most difficult for you to handle right now and deal with, what would that be?
Hmm. Um, maybe I guess my anger.
Anger.
Um, I kind of told you before, but I'm just more angry now, and I've kind of, like, sometimes I'll lash out at people, and I don't mean to. It's just I kind of forgot how to cope with my anger because I've never had this happen to me.
Okay. Thank you for answering those questions.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to ask you a little bit about how this has affected you in your relationships with other people. Has this affected your desire or ability to interact with others, whether that's family or strangers?
Yeah, I think it has a lot. I just feel like no one wants to be around me as much, which it's, I mean, I have a good support system, but like I said, I feel bad that they have to deal with all this, but then at the same time, I'm angry about the whole thing, and I'm angry at myself because, maybe I shouldn't have been having that much sugar intake or whatever. I don't know the reasoning for it, but I kind of forgot the question. What?
Oh, that's okay. How do you think this has affected your interactions with other people socially?
Oh, I would just feel like I don't, right now, I don't really want to be around too many people. I mean, it's okay once in a while, but, I used to really enjoy going on walks with some friends and whatnot, and I can't do that right now, so I'm not interested in it.
All right. All right. Thank you. And do you prefer to do things individually, small group, large group?
I think right now, either a small group or by myself. What kinds of things do you mean?
Well, if you were to do some sort of a leisure activity, you were going to, just for example, do an arts and crafts activity or a book club. Would you be interested in doing like a small group book club? Would you be interested more in just reading by yourself?
I think it kind of, my mood has been changing day by day. You know, sometimes I have a good day with therapy, and then other times I have a bad one. So yeah, I mean, I would like to eventually be able to, I don't know, talk with others like I used to and be happy, but I'm not right now. So I would think I should be with maybe by myself or a very small group.
Okay, so this is obviously, it sounds like this has changed since your stroke.
Mm-hmm.
You used to be more social, you think?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um, and then when you are with others now, do you experience anxiety?
It's not so much anxiety. I think it's more, a lot of the people here, they're getting hip and knee surgeries and stuff like that, and I just think to myself, why couldn't I have that happen to me? Because they're all there, like, in their head, where I'm confused, and it's, I just can't help it.
Okay. Um, have you, so you don't feel like you're as anxious as you are depressed, would you
No,
say?
no, it's not. No, it's not. I think I'm less anxious than I
Less
used to
anxious
be,
than
but
before.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
Okay. Right. You mentioned a little bit about how it's been affecting you uh, physically and emotionally. How about cognitively? Have you noticed any differences that way?
Hmm.
Have you noticed anything with your memory that has changed?
Yeah, I mean, even, answering these questions, I have to really think. Um, and I know these are just simple questions, but I just had a stroke 2 weeks ago, so.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think definitely, I mean, I can recognize people, but I just, I'm trying to think of an example.
Has it been more short-term memory issues or?
Yeah, like I was supposed to call a friend the other day, and I forgot, and
Okay. And then in terms of learning new information, how is that going for you? Have you had any issues?
well, I haven't really been learning new information besides bills and whatnot, but I've had, family help me with that. I was just kind of told to rest, with the therapy after all that. Um, I feel like it would take me a really long time to learn something new, like with the bills and all the paperwork. It would take me hours to do that where, you know, someone comes in and does it for me. They
Okay.
can do it right away.
So that answers my next question about issues with concentration. You mentioned that you have been having some issues in that sense, correct?
Yeah, and I think definitely with therapy, I just start to get really tired. Uh,
Physically or in all senses?
I think all senses, emotionally, I just feel, I think overall the most I feel emotionally drained.
Okay.
And I don't have that drive towards things that I used to.
Okay. I'm gonna just tell you a sentence and you tell me if it sounds like you, sounds nothing like you. So the statement is, when a conflict arises, it is easy for me to come up with a solution and stick with it. How does that sit with you?
What are the choices again? That
Um,
sounds like me.
it sounds like you, sounds nothing like you, somewhere in the middle.
I'd say in the middle. I want to come up with a solution. It just takes me more time right now.
Okay, so it's a little bit more difficult to
Yeah.
come up with solutions. Okay, so now as a CTRS, I work on leisure functioning and, trying to assess kind of where you are right now in terms of your leisure and recreation needs. So if you had to identify some things, what, if anything, prevents you from participating in leisure right now? Maybe due to your stroke.
My arm.
Okay.
I can't move it. I think I just want to sit all day, and I don't know, it's hard for me to want to do something because I'm just mad about the whole situation.
Okay. Okay, and previous to your stroke, what were some of your favorite leisure activities? I know you said walking with friends was one of them.
I like to be outside whenever I can. I don't have to be, necessarily doing something, but I could just be sitting outside, and I enjoy that on a nice day. I like to watch TV. I've been doing a lot of that lately. Let's see. What else is there? I don't know. I don't really play any games. I like to cook.